Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's a little bit of a different topic under the security and privacy realm, and that is, how did we start to lose this battle with our privacy? People will often point back to 9/11 as the beginning of it, but actually it started far, far earlier than that. So that's what we're going to discuss today. Yesterday I saw popping up as a suggestion on YouTube, because it's in my subscriptions, but I don't have the notification bell. But it popped up anyway, and that was Joe Rogan's podcast. Just did an interview with Edward Snowden, who is of course a whistleblower in the United States. And the reason that Snowden is doing these interviews right now is he's written a book, which is currently in the court systems because the U.S. government wants to. They don't seem to want to stop the book from being published as much as they don't want him to get the proceeds from it, so they're going to confiscate the proceeds from it. But the book is called Permanent Record, and I have a copy of it, and I'm going to be reading it, and I'm going to report on it later on after I get through the book, but I won't report on it before that. Anyways, how did this all begin? Now, this is covered in Snowden's book, Permanent Record. Back in the 70s, there was a stalking incident that went on in a town in the United States where a woman was being stalked by a man, and she had reported it to the police and who the man was that was stalking her, or who she believed the man was that was stalking her. The police checked into the incident, and this man was known for this. He was a sexual predator type. But at this point in time, of course, there's no evidence or proof. It's just her stating to the police that this man is watching her. As time went on, one day he drove by the house in his car very, very slowly. Not long after, maybe a half hour after making another phone call to her. And that's how he was contacting her, was by phone, right? So she went outside as he was driving by, and she got the license plate number. She went to the police with the license plate, and lo and behold, it was the man that they thought it was. So they had full plans to pursue this at this point, because now we have something to go on. So they contacted the phone company for the records of phone calls that he had been making. And the phone company was asked for the records, and they complied. Right? Turns out he was the one making the phone calls to her, so they arrested him. Right? In court, his defendant stated the fact that if this was an illegal search and seizure of these records, because they belonged to him, they were his records with the phone company, and that the police had no right to do this. The prosecution argued that the records did not belong to him, that they belonged to the phone company. The judge ruled in favor of the prosecution, and that the records belonged to the phone company and not to the person using the service. So this man was sent to jail for whatever time period it was, and a precedent was set. Now you can see from this that when you click on that massive amount of terms of usage, terms of service with Facebook, with Google, and all those things, which is all legal technical jargon, what you are telling them and telling any court is that that information, your information, belongs to them and not to you anymore. That's why Facebook can do whatever they want with your pictures. If you had a really fantastic picture, let's say you're a photographer and you're very good at what you do, and you post that on Facebook, they can use that for advertising, make millions of dollars because of that picture, and not pay you anything. It belongs to them. Now, this is from a precedent in a court case back in the 70s. So you can see where there's a problem with this, and why I really encourage people to actually just get off these platforms. That's the best solution. Now, I have gone Microsoft free. My next step was to go Google free, and I have restricted Google as much as is humanly possible right now. But after my suspension yesterday from Facebook, Facebook is next. I'm going to work. It's probably going to take me 2 months, because I have Facebook groups with a lot of members in them, and I have to move these people. Right? This is a business thing, and so when it comes to business, you just can't pull a plug or you don't eat. Right? Now, if Facebook, in the meantime, suspends me again, there's not much I can do about that. But from my side, I will work on removing myself from it. So if you're one of these people that contacts me on Facebook Messenger, don't. I won't answer. You'll get a robot type message back from me telling you to send me an email. Right? You can contact me through this channel or through the Kyusho Jitsu World channel here as well. Right? So I'm hoping you're starting to see the importance of this, because you have to take back your privacy. And if you are giving up parts of your privacy, you need to be understanding where it is and being willing to do this. Not just something that happens because you want to use Facebook. Have to remember that if the product is free, you're the product. Right? And this has gone far beyond the realm of targeting advertising to people. This has gone into the realm of invasion, really. When everything that you do, every move that you make are permanently recorded because of your cell phone, you have to start taking proactive measures to stop that recording, because you cannot challenge that recording in court. Even the European Union, and I'm not a fan of the EU. Why am I not a fan of the EU? Because it's just another big government. Government is a fact of life. It is a necessary evil in the world, but there needs to be limits on its power. Right? The government should be controlled by the people, not the other way around. And we have lost that ability. They control us now. We don't control them. And we haven't for a very long time. The EU put out the GDPR regulation, which I am now, even though I'm against the regulation, because I don't like seeing government interfere in private sector like that. However, what it basically states is I have to be on my website, be completely transparent about what's going on with your data. And that's a good thing, but I should be doing that anyway. Right? And if I'm not, then the free market would eat me alive, because people wouldn't use my services if that was the case. Right? Now, this also states that if somebody wishes to have their data deleted, that you have 72 hours upon the request to delete that data. But I do that anyway. If you go into one of my mailing lists, and someday there'll be a mailing list for this channel as well, if you go into that mailing list and then you unsubscribe from it, within 30 days you are completely deleted from the system. I do it once a month, unless you ask, and then I do it immediately. Right? And that's just a time saver. It's easier to go in once a month and delete anybody who unsubscribes. And people unsubscribe every day. That's a normal thing. This isn't what I was looking for, or they don't like something I said, or whatever. People come and go constantly. That's just the way life is. Right? It's just like this channel. People will subscribe to it, and then they'll never watch the videos. People will watch the videos and go, I don't agree with them, and unsubscribe. It's all cool. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's how the system is supposed to work. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not. Click the like, notification bell if you want to know about the videos, and check out our Patreon. We have a lot of things we want to do to help you take back your privacy, and therefore your security, and therefore your ability to defend yourself if you needed to do so. But it takes resources to do it. Nothing in the world is free, and always remember, if it's free, you're the product, and I have no intention of making anybody the product, so without your help, we just don't exist. Have a great day, guys. Catch you next time. Ciao.